Hayano, Hii Macaron. Hii Macaron, Hi annyeong, annyeong. Oh, ohayo no, hello Yono, hello, welcome. Ohayo, Hii Macaron. We see each other for the second time of the week. I hope you are ready for this just chatting stream. So, I didn't prepare specific subject, so we just talk whatever for this session. I hope you're all doing fine. Hi. So, first thing first, I don't know if everyone is aware of that, but I won't be available on 26th of January because I have plans with my family. So it won't be possible at all, and thus I will celebrate my birthday on stream one day earlier, so it will be my D-1 birthday birthday stream, which will be a karaoke as well. So yeah, I hope I can stream until 4 p.m, which is midnight, so it will be kind of how would you say that, a countdown. It may be a birthday countdown stream instead. So yeah, I'm sorry for telling you this that late, but it just appeared out of nowhere. Hi, welcome. Hey, you know, sometimes it's unusual. I can see the comments. Ah, okay. I think my chat is not really refreshing that much. So yeah, hi, welcome. Today is a just chatting stream. I hope you like the music, which is from Tova Syndrome. Just tell me if it's too loud or not too not I keep forgetting. Not enough, not enough. I can see that as I don't stream as often as before, I feel like my English is kind of lacking. You know what is also lacking? I also forget all my Korean memes. The Korean I've learned so far, I keep forgetting it. I got so much trouble to find you have a personality problem, which is 야, 너 인성 문제 있어, and I was struggling to find it so hard. I was like, what is it? 문제 있어, 문제 있어, and that was the only part I could remember. What did I learn? Yeah, as always, it has been so long. Really? 저는 너무 보고 싶었어요. 괜찮아요. Oh my god, it is Yono. Yeah, it's me, Yono. Bonjour, Yono. Bonjour. Bonjour. Rat cheese? Rat cheese like ratatouille cheese. Bonjour, bienvenue, 어서오세요. So yeah, I don't even remember the first meme I learned. See, the first meme I've learned should be latte is horse. So first I was just saying latte is horse, and then latte then Maria. I thought there was something with potatoes, but I forgot which one it should be. What was it? Oh my god, I feel like a grandma. I don't remember. Tu m'as manqué trop fort. Really? Trop fort? You mean like I missed you so much? Tu m'as manqué beaucoup. Tu m'as beaucoup manqué ou tu m'as fort manqué. It can also work. But yeah, I missed you so much as well. How are you been? でさ、what? 나한테는 말이야. Oh la la, I forgot everything. Oh la la, I forgot. Oui. You're writing all in capital. Sorry for shouting. Test, mic, test. Okay. Oh la la. That. Yeah, the sandwich. Something with sandwich. I forgot. 김치에 스팸을 사주세요. 김치에 스팸을 사주세요. 사무고? 김치에 스팸을 사무주세요. 사무고? 몰라. J'ai malade parce que j'ai un Covid. What? You have COVID? Oh no! Please stay at home and get some medicine. No, get some medicine first and stay at home to get healthy back. Are you okay? The COVID? This is actually the season for this illness. It's coming back as well as the cold and stuff. So these days, it's not really that cold where I'm living. It's about 8 degrees, 10 degrees, 12 degrees. So it's kind of okay. But I know that in the north of France, right now, there's a bunch of city that encounter, how do you say verglas? Like, it's freezing, it's frozen, so the cars can be sliding on the road. Verglas in English. Black ice, eh? Black ice? Ice? Yeah, ice is forming on the road, so it's very difficult to walk or to drive on it. And it is very dangerous. So I hope this is getting better. I heard that some schools are how can I say, they close their classes because it's too dangerous to come to the school, the college, or middle school. So some classes are totally cancelled. I did, you did, yeah, yatta! So you will be all healthy back very quickly. I hope so. I pray for that. So just get comfy in your bed and take some rest, Macaron. So yeah, it's a bit dangerous. I haven't heard the news that much, but I remember one time when I was in college, there was some period that all the campus was covered in ice, so it was very hard to go to the school without tripping, without gliding on the ice. And as my campus is on comment on dit une pente? A hill. My campus is on a hill, and it is very dangerous to walk on ice if the environment is not made for that. So yeah, it was a bit hectic. I took like twice the time I need to go to school. And I also heard that at the emergency they have never seen that much people because of the ice. People were tripping, falling, and they had injuries, so they needed to go to the hospital. So the hospital was very crowded and they didn't have enough emergency car. more ambulance. Yeah, they didn't have enough ambulance to send to people, so yeah, it's a bit hectic, this kind of intemperies. The weather is not nice these days in the north of France, so I hope it's better where you're living. I heard that the winter in South Korea is very harsh, like there's a bunch of minus degrees weather, and it's not really that great, right? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Hein? Nani? Eh? Okay, what the hell? Okay, just a message from my mom. So yeah, okay. So what was I saying is that when the weather is kind of bad, just stay at home and don't risk your health to go to work or university. Sometimes it's a very dangerous situation. Oh my god, my English. I keep forgetting. So yeah, what's more to say? I really hope that spring is coming faster than winter. But I feel like the seasons are kind of delaying each other, because we didn't encounter that cold, very very cold season of winter. We just had very warm winter right now, so I think in April or March we'll be getting snow or ice outside, which I'm not really fond of, but we just have to wait, I think. Hopefully I will start my job before that. La la. I feel like it's very far, but it's not that far. We're already in January, middle of January. Then there will be February. Oh, February, there's Valentine's Day. What is there? Then there March. I wonder when the Easter is. Easter, is it in April or May? Easter Day. When is it? Oh, is it in March? Ah, it's 31st of March. I guess so. Hello, Unicorn. Hello, and welcome to the stream of Just Chatting. Just chilling right now and talking about the weather, really. Literally, we're talking about the weather right now. The weather can be very harsh. But I also don't really enjoy the summer. You know what? Like, these couple years, the summer is very, very hard. I think in France we get to 42, 40 degrees when it's very, very hot in my region. I really don't want to be in summer. I want to be... You know, the perfect season would be spring. Spring is beautiful, there's flowers everywhere. Even though it can be raining a lot, I think spring is the best season. And it's not too hot, not too cold, just the right middle of it. I truly love this season. So yeah, I think we talked to how can I say? It's enough of my talking about every season. Last summer was very hot, yeah. Oh yeah, I sure remember the summer was super hot. when I went to Japan and South Korea, I could discover the weather in Asia. It's super humid and hot, so you can feel. I've never felt the consequences of the hot weather that much. Hello, welcome. 오하요노, 사세요, 여러분. So yeah, last summer was super hot. I've never sweat that much actually. Oh no, I remember. It's so hard. I don't know how I would survive without an air conditioner. I was so thankful to get into a shop and the AC was on. I think it's very rare to find places without AC in this country, because I really feel bad for the people that don't have AC at home during this period, because this is truly deadly. I would say a deadly weather. Hi, Yono. Hi, welcome to the stream. So yeah, this weather condition may not have been the best to travel. However, I think that we had more chances to have a big sun during the day instead of rain, so it was still nice. Even though some days we encountered rains a lot, but we had a hotel with umbrella to rent, and it was free, so we could just have the we could just borrow the hotel umbrellas, and it was very useful. Hi Yono, hi, welcome to the stream. 안녕하세요. Oh, but I really enjoyed this trip. This is the one in a very long time, because I don't think I will do that trip that often, because it costs so much money and you have to prepare to get to the trip and take some time for the planning and stuff. Hopefully that the weather is is cooperative with your plan. I just like, you have to get a backup plan if you want to travel, because you have to get outdoor activities, and also backup plan, which would be indoor activities such as museum, I don't know, shopping maybe in the I mean, shopping, we did some shopping, but we just bought souvenirs for our relatives, so very nice trip indeed. What were we talking about? We're talking about the weather, and then now about the travel. I didn't travel that much outside of Europe. I mean, the only time I visited outside of Europe was to go to South Korea and Japan. But you know, it's very easy to travel between European countries. So basically, I did visit United Kingdom, Italy, Switzerland, and as you all know, Netherlands for my internship. I even went to Greece once. What I remember from Greece is like, there's a lot of monument, very beautiful ancient monument from this period of ancient Greek period, and I don't know, amphitheater, amphitheatre. In French, we call it amphitheatre, but I can say that this is amphitheater. And we also went to Athena temple to see all this huge temple, and it was so nice. You travel so many countries, yeah, but when I traveled to these countries, it was mostly school trips. So it didn't last more than 1 week, or most of the time it was only 1 weekend or stuff. But as I said, it is very easy to travel in Europe when you have a European passport. And yeah, it was nice. For Greece, as it's been a very long time, it was in middle school. I went to this trip, and I remember while we were traveling, walking in the cities of Athena, or I don't remember, but other cities of Greece. I remember seeing a lot of stray dogs. Like the streets were filled with a lot of stray dogs, and it was very sad to see them because they were very friendly, but they were also very dirty, like a bunch of bugs and dust on their coats and on the fur. It was a bit sad, and I don't really know why, like the reason why all these dogs are in the street, but it was a bit sad to this point. But I still remember that the landscape of Greece are very beautiful. And I remember also I was sharing my hotel room with my friends. So we were choosing the beds, and I was like, okay, no, before choosing the beds, we're just choosing the room. And I was with all the luggages in the elevator because there were only one place in this elevator for one person, and someone has to stay with the luggage, so I was in there while all my friends were going to the room, and they already chose their bed. And the last bed was for me, which was a sofa. Like a foldable sofa, so you can unfold it to make it a bed, but it was so tiny. I got scammed. I should have been faster with the luggage, but they chose before me, so I was like, okay, then I'll sleep here. Oh my god. It was a bit sad, but I mean, it was funny. Is it easy for the EU to travel with each other? Yeah, for each countries of Europe, I think it's easier. I mean, I haven't traveled to every European countries, but for the ones I went to, they're not that far from each other, so I guess it's okay. But when you go further to European countries, I don't really know. It's been a long time, but for Greece, the school was preparing all the stuff, and we just needed to have we didn't need to have a passport. You can also use your national card, national ID to travel to European countries, because as a citizen of one of the European countries, you have the right to travel to European countries. This is the Schengen space. In French, we call it Espace Schengen. But In English, I think it's Schengen space, Schengen frontier, frontier. Yeah, I don't know how to call it in English, but this is a right you have as a European citizen to travel to countries in Europe without a visa. So that's why it may be easier to travel. And yeah, for the European countries, you don't need your passport. You only have to show your national ID, which mine is in France, obviously. So yeah, that's why it can be easier to travel when you're European. What did I mention? Because the passport, I did it quite some times ago, but I didn't really needed it to travel. I just needed it for the trip to Japan and South Korea. But either way, the passport is not necessary to travel to European countries. I think I'm rambling a lot about this. So I was also visiting Porto when I visit the France. Porto? Porto. Is it in Italy? Where is it? It sounds Italian. Porto. Why did I type Porto and they say try this spelling? Boruto? And why do I have Boruto? Wait, Porto. Porto, Portugal? Porto? Porto? Porto. Ah, Porto? In Portugal? Is it Porto? Sounds like so easy to cross the countries. Yeah, it's so easy. But I don't know if the French passport is the best or not. I don't think it's one. I heard that the most powerful passport in the world should be the Japanese one. I don't know why exactly, but they all say that. Sorry, Porto. Oh, Porto. Porto in Portugal? I've never been to Portugal actually. I should go sometimes because I think the weather is super good. All time super good except in the summer, which could be suffocating. But yeah, Portugal, it's a good destination. I have some friends who went to Portugal and they said it's a very nice city. But you have to be careful like in every city. Portugal. I've never went there. Portugal or Spain. Latin countries, yeah, I would like to visit too. The only one I did was can we name them as Latin countries? Like we have Spain, Portugal, France, and Italy as I would say Latin countries. I don't know. I don't call them like that because you know we have the same base for the language. So I was thinking that maybe these are Latin countries. But the only one I went to except from France, it's Italy. And Italy, it was nice from what I remember. Went to Milan, Genoa, and what? Florence, Florencia. Yeah, it was nice. The restaurants are super good. I feel like the Italian cuisine is very tasty. I think it may be a bit expensive, but who am I to just? I feel like even French restaurants are becoming very expensive these days. So yeah. What did I see? No, recently I saw videos about people traveling to Paris or France, and that they don't really feel happy about traveling France. Maybe because they got too many expectations before coming to France, and I don't know how to feel about that, because I think there is a romanticization, huh? So so they kind of idealize traveling to France, like, oh, ratatouille, high gastronomy, French gastronomy, and Tour Eiffel, Champs-Élysées, and yeah, all that there is in Paris. But I don't know if they take the time to travel to several parts of France, and mostly their idea based in Paris only. Or maybe I saw there was someone coming to Lyon that was a bit disappointed about their trip. But I feel like in every country you have some flaws that you don't expect to get in a new country that you're traveling. How would I say that? I feel like I'm getting further from my idea. But the thing is, expectation is always different from reality. And you don't really know when you just go there. There can be surprising facts. Lyon? Yeah, there was a tourist that made the video that she was very disappointed about the city Lyon. I guess it can be sad when you really have your expectation all crushed, because you see that this is actually not what is happening in Lyon. You know, Lyon is good for tourism. Like, we have the old Lyon, which has at the top the Fourvière church, I would say, monastery. And there is also the very famous restaurant called Paul Bocuse. And yeah, we have some very special places, but sometimes the people, I won't say that they are the same as in Paris, but in Lyon sometimes I feel like some people don't really know English. the French people don't really like to speak in English. So I guess maybe it's changing over the time, but it can be very hard to ask French people for direction and stuff, because maybe they won't take the time to guide you. But I think this is an excuse, because you can still have the time to answer to some question if someone is lost, because nowadays the new technologies allowed you to communicate with anyone from any part of the world, or maybe just very basic stuff like you can use Google Translate, or I don't know, Papago, or other translating app to use it to communicate with other people. It doesn't take that much time, and I feel like it can be somehow selfish for people in the country to just dismiss all the stuff that tourists are asking just for help to be guided. I mean, if we go to another foreign country, as a French people. You can just learn basic like hello, thank you, where are the toilets, you know, the basic stuff. You can just learn that for emergency. But if you have a specific question, you can still ask the people that are living in the country, whether it's in English or using Google Translate. They will be very open to, I mean, it's common basis, but I don't know if everyone is like this. But I feel like it's easier to ask in other countries than in France, because French people don't really take the time to listen to your question. I don't know if it's very clear what I'm saying. I'm not hating on on my own country, okay? It's just like I feel like we don't really take the time to answer to tourist questions in France, and I feel it's a bit of a shame. It's too bad. My sister has been in Lyon several years. Oh, did she get good memory of her trip to Lyon? Because I'm like, yeah, you can come to Lyon. It's very beautiful and stuff. It can be a mistake to say that, because I feel over the year Lyon may have changed. I think maybe restaurants tenants can speak English well as well. So yeah. I hope I didn't say anything weird, but it was what I was thinking. Don't take it as a general idea, but this is like my point of view. Because I remember that when we were to South Korea or Japan, it was it was hard to ask for direction. We wanted to do all plan to the schedule, and we really didn't want to bother other people with our questions. But I think we got the hang of it well. Going to a restaurant, just saying hello, thank you, and just asking first if they speak English or not, so that we use a translating app, or just trying to talk with sign language. Sometimes it can work. But asking for directions, I don't really remember doing it in South Korea or Japan. Most of the time I think we did that, but at the hotel and with the at the hotel with the tenants, because they can speak English well and they know the city much better than us. As foreigners, we don't really know, but it was nice to get some recommendation from them. I wonder, is it that easy to ask help in foreign countries? I remember once in United Kingdom, we were told to do a game. How do you call it? Une course d'orientation. Course d'orientation. In English. Or course d'orientation. Comment on appelle ça? Une course d'orientation. Une course d'orientation. Orienteering. Hunt. Yeah, orientation or orientation race in the city of which country was which city was it? Maybe it was in Cambridge or Canterbury. Yeah, I think it was in Canterbury. We had to do some kind of hunting race, orientation race. I don't know how you call it, but you have to travel around the city to find several spots that was listed on your paper, and there were some questions about who owns a Lamborghini. No, wait. Which celebrity, British celebrity, owns not Lamborghini, owns a Jaguar car? And we were like, we have no idea who can own a Jaguar car that is very famous in the UK. And it forces us to ask people around in English as well. And just a reminder, this is in middle school. So last year of middle school, we were just very young for that. And as we didn't really tend to approach people in the street for that, we just saw that there is a Jaguar shop, yeah, with all the cars exposed inside. So we went inside this shop as little middle schooler, just looking lost, and we were like, okay, this is a Jaguar shop, so maybe this kind lady knows something about that. And then we just, hello, do you know a celebrity that owns a Jaguar car, very famous in the UK? And she was like, she was like, oh, maybe, what was his name? It's not this one, is, what was his name? It was David Cameron. David Cameron, that who was it? Secretary of the Queen? Prime Minister of the Queen. And we were like, yeah, thank you very much. And then he was like, you're welcome and stuff, and then we just had to go to exit the shop. I guess she was very surprised to see middle schooler just get into this shop of cars, very, very expensive cars, and like, what the hell is going on? So yeah, it was cute. It was a cute first interaction with people in the foreign country. But if I want to remember what did I do? There was another time that we went to the UK. So yeah, it was also the same period of this stuff. That person must be confused. Yeah, she must have been very confused, but I guess we were maybe cute to ask it inside the shop specifically. So yeah, I have a good memory of this trip. And for this trip, it was organized by the school, so we were staying at Welcome Family, famille d'accueil. Comment on appelle ça en famille d'accueil? Foster family? Foster home? Yeah, foster family. Hello, Yono. Hi. Me too. Spin. Hi, Mr. Spin. Welcome to the stream. We're just chatting right now about my trip to the UK when I was young. Latin and Mariade. If we can say Latin is horse. So yeah, it was very innocent for us to ask that to that lady. I hope she's in good shape right now. She's still in good health and stuff. So yeah, we stayed at foster family, British foster family. I remember this family. The lady was French, and the husband of the lady was a British person, and they had like 2 kids, small kids, and 1 dog. The dog was a golden retriever, and I was like, what? This dog is so full of energy. It's the first time that I live with a dog of that size. I was like, oh my god. But this was a very friendly dog. I love animal. I have my cat. I prefer cat, but dogs, I don't mind them. I like them also. If they are kind, if they are kind and sweet, I like the dogs. Okay. So this one was kind, very excited to play and stuff, very playful. You know, it's a golden retriever, so I think it's also based on the race of the dog. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And as this is a British and also French family, I was like, do the children or speak more English or French? And the lady told us that they only speak English because as they live in the UK, they should speak English. That's right. So they they were so cute. We have played with them sometime. And it was a very sweet moment that I remember playing with them. And actually, when we had to leave our foster family, it was a bit sad, but we got very nice memories. And it was my first time to discover that houses in UK, I mean, maybe I make it a generality, but I'm not sure if it's general or not. But however, the house we were staying at, it has carpet all over the house. Like, you just let your shoes at the entrance, and then there were carpet everywhere. I was like, oh my god, this is interesting. And the carpet the carpet they had in the house was so soft. I never felt like this before. Like, the carpet was so soft. When I say soft, it's like your feet are working on it, and there is it's soft. I don't know how to say that. It's very comfortable to work on it. Like, psh, psh. It didn't make that noise, but I remember how it felt, and it felt very soft. I really enjoyed working on the carpet of a British house. Is it weird to say that? But yeah, it was very interesting and new for us. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, British carpet is the best. So I would say it's a moquette in French. How do they call it? They call it carpet. Yeah, it's carpet in English. So yeah, it was nice. We're also told about the traditional breakfast that they have in the UK. I was like, is it true that British people really enjoy a breakfast made of bacon, eggs? Bacon, eggs is still okay for me, but with beans, like strawberry, beer jam, beans. Like, I heard they eat strawberry jam and beans. I don't know if it's true. So I was like, oh, is it true that they eat that? And she was like, yeah, they can eat that. Some are, I think her children were fond of this kind of breakfast, so I was like, oh, that's interesting. Hi Unicorn, hi Chucky. Beans, ew. Nah, don't say that. Beans can be tasty. I think beans can be tasty, but I wouldn't eat beans for breakfast. I don't know, is it true? Breakfast. Beans. Beans and eggs. English baked beans. Beans. They make tomato beans for breakfast with bacon and eggs. I don't know if it's stereotypical, but that's what they told me. Maybe 50 years later I can eat it. Why? Why 15 years later? It's not Conde food, okay? It's a very typical, very British traditional breakfast. Are baked beans good? When I was there, we just ate regular. No, I shouldn't say regular, but we ate breakfast like cereals. Maybe we tried egg bacon, but we never tried the beans breakfast when I was there. It was mostly sweet breakfast like coffee, orange juice, cake, biscuits. But baked beans, we never tasted it. It doesn't sound so good. I wonder. You know, there was also something that I've learned in the UK. You know, pudding cake. My idea of pudding has always been the ones like the jelly milk pudding. A jelly milk pudding that goes bloop 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 with caramel on it. And this image of pudding has been stuck in my mind since I watched anime like Cardcaptor Sakura. So I had this ingrained in my brain. I was like, oh, jelly pudding seems tasty. And then I was asking, it was another time that I went to the UK. It was during high school. So I asked my pen pal, not, how do you say pen pal? Exchange student, yeah. Yeah, my pen pal, if it was, if she liked pudding cake, and she was like, no, I don't like pudding cake, it is not good. And I was like, what? She said the pudding cake in the UK is made of what was it made? I would say it's made of leftover, but I don't think it's made of that. It's not made of leftover. Qu'est-ce que le pudding en Angleterre? Pudding en Angleterre. Pudding? No, not this kind of pudding. So yeah, the pudding that I talked about was not the right pudding. The pudding, yeah, is not made of leftover. Sorry, let me rephrase it. It's made of what? Of berries? Murray berry Christmas pudding. I can be made of beans? Oh no, it's not beans. No, it's not beans. It's What is it? I was like, is it made of beans? No, it's not beans. Whether no. What is it made of? Sticky ginger pear. Gluten-free Christmas pudding. So yeah, the pudding I was talking about was the jelly one, but She only knew the pudding that was the cake. A cake that is named pudding. British Christmas pudding. What is it made of? So they had mixed dried fruit. It's a dried fruit cake. Candied fruit peel. Cinnamon? What? They put beef? What? 110 grams, about 1 cup. Beef or vegetarian suet? Shredded? Is it a sweet cake or salt cake? They... Huh? Wait, they add meat? Maybe it's a salt cake. Nah, beef. They put beef. And a very large bowl stirred together. 55 grams of self-raising. 1 teaspoon of that. No. Marinated dry beef suet. What is beef suet? Huh? Suif de bœuf? C'est quoi ça? C'est quoi du suif de bœuf? I don't even know what it is in French. Ah, d'accord. It's not meat. It's a product that is made that is coming from the grease of the fat of animals. It can be beef grease and stuff. As I grow, I can eat garlic, onions, etc. But beans, I can't. Really, you can't eat beans. But you know, there is red beans. I love red beans with red beans in, for example, bubble tea, boba tea, boba drink. You know, sometimes they made boba drink with red beans, adzuki beans, and to make sweet drinks. This is very good. I really like adzuki beans drinks. So we have the red bean ice. I like ice cream made of red bean. You can find this dessert in Japanese restaurant. Adzuki beans milk. I think if you put adzuki beans in coconut milk, this is very tasty. I've never tried to make a coffee with adzuki, so I don't know, but red beans, not as a meal, but as for a sweet drink, it can be good, for what I know. It can be good. So yeah, what were we talking about? We're talking about drinks now. Coffee drink, tea drink. You know, when I was in South Korea, I had a drink of red beans, so it is nice. But strange, red bean food is delicious. Maybe I'm strange. No, you're not strange. It's okay to have your own taste and preference. Everyone doesn't feel the same about the food. All this frozen treats. But there was this adzuki beans drink. Smoothie? No, it's not a smoothie. Milkshake. I think it can be milkshake as well. Vegan. Red bean slush. Sorry. Azuki latte. Yeah, azuki latte can be good. Matcha latte. Matcha. It goes very well with azuki beans. I remember my sister used to do tiramisu made at home, like matcha tiramisu, and at the bottom, instead of speculoos, you had a layer of red beans, and then the rest of the tiramisu is matcha, like matcha tiramisu. And this is so good. I kid you not, this is super good. The red beans goes very well with the matcha tiramisu. Had tequila recently. It tastes pretty nice, especially with hot sauce. Tequila? Tequila with hot sauce? What do you mean? Is it like a shot of tequila with hot sauce? Wait. Okay, I'm good. So, tequila with hot sauce. So speak out tequila line. No, it's not like tequila hot sauce shot or cocktails shot. I think. Oh my god! I think okay. I drink occasionally. So once I went with my friends to a bar and we were like, oh, what is this kind of shot? It looks like, what was it? I don't remember the name of this drink. I think it was saying like hot, like something like burning something. I don't remember. It was called like that, and we were like very curious about this drink. We're just like, what is it? It seems interesting, and the barman was like, you want to taste that? Is it your first time tasting it? And we were like, yeah. And he served this kind of shot of tequila hot sauce, but he didn't say that it was that. I think it was maybe dragon something, like burning dragon shot or something like that, or dragon shot, something dragon shot, and he just put it on the shot, and right beside the shot glasses there were water glasses, like big water glasses beside each of these shot glasses. And he said, okay, so now you can drink it. And there is this instead, in case of your needs, in case of you needing the glass of water, it is already there. And you could see that the glass of water was like triple size of the size of the shot. I was like, that seems very, very weird. Why do we need a glass of water? And then we drink it. Oh my god. I was like, oh my god, thank you very much for this glass of water. I would not survive without that. So I heard that sometimes for this kind of drink they can serve you some bread maybe to take off the spiciness, but it was only water. So it was my first and last time of taking this kind of shot. This is too much for me. I could not. Hello, welcome to the stream. 어서오세요. So now we're talking about cocktails and shots. Tequila, lime, and salt is nice too. This one is Tech Puff. The name of this shot is Tech Puff. Don't ask me why I know that, but this kind of shots are called Tech Puff. Like you have the lemon, the shot of tequila, and the salt. So it can sound a bit not very hygienic what I'm saying, but the traditional way of doing that, I think this is first you put some salt on your hand. You put some salt on your hand, like the place between the thumb and the index. Just putting some salt here. You have a shot of tequila just right beside, and then you have the lemon on the other side. So let me think about it. The order should be from what I know. The order is to lick the salt on your hand and then drink the shot of tequila, and then finally you finish it by biting the lemon. That's what I encountered in my life. So yeah, this is the way I know that, but I don't know if they call it Tech Puff as well. Tech Puff. Yeah, Tech Puff. This is a very strong shot. Tech Puff order. Sometimes there is also another way that they serve this kind of drink. Instead of putting salt on your hands, they put salt all around the glass. I don't know how they do that, but they could put salt all around the glass, so that when you drink, you have the salt just all over the glass. So yeah, I think the order was salt, tequila, and then biting into the lemon quarter. So okay, so Tech Puff. I don't know if there is this kind of trick also for soju. I heard that you can have somek, which is beer and soju. Is it somek? Somek cocktail. Yeah, soju and beer. Is it that tasty to drink somek instead of soju, pure soju? Yes. Yeah, is it? I don't know if it's tastier to have it like this. Soju and beer, somek. Oh. But I see in Korean dramas they always drink the same type of bottle, like soju, green bottle soju, and always the flavorless, the soju, like the pure soju, no flavor added to it. Do you prefer flavored soju or just soju, like the basic soju, or flavored soju? I think I've never tasted the basic soju. I heard that the soju in general just tastes like medicine. From what macarons told me, it tastes like medicine to them. Bitter and sweet. Soju and beer, bitter, sweet. So the sweeter would be the soju and the bitter would be the beer. I don't know if it's more common in South Korea to drink soju, like soju solo, and then soju with flavored. Basic soju is just alcohol, so it just tastes like alcohol. But do people prefer basic soju or they prefer flavored soju? I don't know. Comment se boit le soju? Basic. They prefer basic. Okay. I remember when I did my celebration drinking soju, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to taste the basic soju, so I just had flavored one, and the flavored one are nice, but it tastes very chemical. Very, you can see that the aromas are artificial aromas, you know. So I still don't really know what is the taste of a basic soju. I don't know why people likes basic. Maybe it feels more original, more this is the basic, you know, the one that everyone has to choose. This is common sense, maybe. But I don't know if I'm ready to taste basic soju. I remember when we went to the tasting Korean alcohol with my sister, we really just enjoyed the makgeolli. When I feel like the soju, you can smell it's strong. I mean, I don't know if the alcohol is super strong. I think it's not that strong, but you can feel that it is an alcohol. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, because makgeolli is kind of sweet. This is alcohol, but it doesn't feel so alcohol. It doesn't feel more alcohol than a soju. I don't know if you get my my thinking about it. I rather drink makgeolli or beer. Yeah, makgeolli is better. Beer. If we're talking about beer, I guess I'm more fan of fruity beer. I don't really like blonde beer or brown beer. I'm not very a fan of it. There is some beer that I can drink. You know, the extra black beer that is Guinness. I don't remember. Guinness. This is a very dark beer. Guinness, yeah, the Guinness. This is a super dark beer. I think I can drink this one, but not too much, because this is too strong. But there is this kind, when you drink it, you can have some kind of roasted meal, roasted smell, roasted aroma that are very interesting in a beer that I don't get in blonde beer or white beer. I don't know how you call it in English. But Guinness, it's interesting. And fruit beer are for me the best because I always love sweet drinks. Fruity beer, my best fruity beer should be it should be the Castle. I don't know if you're familiar with fruit beers, but for me the best of it should be the Castile beer. A Castile beer, the rouge one, the red one. Castile beer rouge. I think it's Belgian. It's from Belgium. It's a Belgian beer, which is already 8 degrees. This is a very high degree for a fruit beer, but this is very nice. It can be sour, but it's also sweet, and it has a lot of flavor that I like. Really? 160? What? 1664 for beer? Is a fit? Ah, no, I can't. This one is this is the basic beer, you know, the beer for us. I mean, I remember I was with my cousins and we were talking about the beers that were at the shop, at the market, and we saw the 1664 beers and we were like, oh, this kind of beer, it's the dad's beer. You know, it's the beers that most of fathers of also grandpa enjoy this kind of beer. I'm not too fond of this kind of beer actually, but this one is a French-based one actually. From what I see, 1664 beers are made in Kronenbourg, and this is in the Alsace region. So now it was bought by a Danish group named Carlsberg, so they changed their origin of the owning. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk bad about this beer, but it's just not a fit for me. And this is what we're told about this beer. Maybe this is just our thinking. I don't want to speak for everybody, but this is what we had in talks when we talk about this kind of beer. 1664. But I think this one is too bitter for me. Too bitter. So yeah, we talk a lot about drinks and alcohol. It's funny how we change from talking about the weather to talk to alcohol drinks. Do you have any thoughts of doing drinking stream? Drinking stream. I wonder. I only did one in my channel, so maybe if there is a good occasion, I can do it again. But I need to how to say that, to make a selection of what kind of alcohol I want to drink. I remember about the soju tasting. But I also need the budget to buy the drinks I want to try. And things are kind of hectic right now. I can't really afford to taste alcohol because I want to taste good alcohol, and the thing is you have to invest for that. And if it's just tasting, I need to finish the bottle, or someone has to help me to finish the bottle. If I want to do, for example, a Macaulay tasting stream, I first need to find a shop that is selling Macaulay, which is already a bit hard. I can find it at the Asian market, but it can be a bit expensive due to import fee. I can do wine, but the thing is I'm not a good expert of wine tasting, so I don't know. This is like this is a lot to invest for a stream, and I don't know what I will do with the leftovers of the bottles, because I don't think I will finish the bottles by myself doing a stream, because it can be very dangerous. So I don't know. It was very special when I did this drinking stream. I had trouble to finish the bottles afterwards. So yeah, I had to share it with my friends because I couldn't finish it by myself. That's okay, bro. No worries, bro. In Korea, 500 milliliters 4 beer is about $10 for 4 beers. $10 4 beers. We'll have to split it in 5 to 2.5. $10 is left. Well, yes, I think it's reasonable of beer. I don't know what kind of beer it is, but it can be reasonable for a beer. Expensive. Wait, I don't know. Wait, let me just think about it. What is une pinte? Une pinte? Une pinte. What is the continence of une pinte? It's 500 millimeter. 500 millimeter. In France, it can cost, depending on the beer, it can be between 5, 9, 7 euros. So I guess it's almost the same as in Korea, but we have a larger, I don't know if it's the same in South Korea, but I think we have a larger panel of beers in France, because we are close to Germany, to Belgium, and this country make very tasty beers, and large amounts of beer brands are very present in these countries, so it is more accessible to get this kind of beers, and thus in France it can cost less expensive than $10. I'm saying this because I drink fruit beers occasionally. So fruit beers is about, if you want a big drink of 500 milliliters, you have to spend like 9, 10, sometimes 12 euros to get this amount of beer. But because it is a fruit beer, and when it's the blonde or the 1664 type of beer, this is way cheap, way less expensive than the fruit beer that I'm talking about. So I don't really know about the price of blonde beer, but I think this is very, very cheap. Very, very cheap. It's almost like you have your pint of 500 milliliters, and it costs maybe 5 to 6 euros. It can be. So yeah, in this case, this is way cheaper than in Korea when it's about $10 for this same kind of beer, I would say. Oh my god, we're talking a lot about alcohol. I hope there is no children in the chat. You have to be an adult to understand the how can I say, the talking about alcohol. Please be over 18. Please don't drink alcohol too early, okay? Wait a minute. So yeah. Ta-da! Ka-chan! Kanbe! Oh, really? The price, you're talking about the price of the beers? I'm a kid who believes in unicorns. I mean, you can believe in unicorn and be a kid also, but please don't drink before the legal age of your country. You know, I'm a very good unicorn. I follow the law, like, very strictly. I only started tasting alcohol when I was old enough for that. In France, you can legally drink starting 18 years old. When you reach 18 years old, this is the adult age. This is the age where you are considered to be an adult. So at 18 years old, you can taste, drink alcohol. But I know that this is different in other countries. It depends on the country you're from, the legal age to drink. So I don't know what age is it in South Korea. Is it like 20 years old or 21? I think in the United States it's 21 years old. So 21 years old is considered to be the legal age, like the how can I say, the universal legal age is 21 years old. I kid, we're 19 years old. So in South Korea, when you are 19 years old, you can drink alcohol legally. This is not far from the French legal age. This is also the age when you can drive. I think currently in France they want to change that so that we can have our driving license before reaching 18 years old. I don't know if it's still on talking or if it's already done, but I think it can be. I don't know if it's good or not. But I remember as I'm born in the earlier of the year. I mean, in the early of the year, I could go to high school with my car. So as I already had the legal age, I could go to my high school by car. It is pretty cool to have a car during this time, but I don't feel the necessity to have it before the legal age. Maybe the drive to high school can be good. I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary to have a driving license before 18 years old. I don't know. So anyway, we talked about that, weather, pudding, traveling, alcohol, and now this is legal age. But I still think the legal age won't move. It's still 18 years old. And for the driving license, I don't know. You know, driving license, you have a rule in France that say if you fail the driving test, like the final test to get your driving license, you have to, if you failed it like how many times? I think if you fail it 5 times, if you fail the driving test 5 times, you have to learn all over again your driving code, and this is such a pain. I remember learning for the code is very annoying, and I feel like over the year it's becoming even more hard to get your driving code. Thankfully, by chance, no, not really by chance, but I was working hard, I got my driving code at the first try, and then the driving test, I also got it on my first time. So I didn't get much trouble for that, but I know people from my relatives that had to pass it several times, like 4 times. But I've never encountered someone that failed it 5 times and then had to repass the driving code. But this is common knowledge that it is the procedure. 5 times in a row, yeah, 5 times in a row. If you fail it 5 times in a row, you have to learn all your driving code back, because this is not how can I say, you can't, you still have to learn it again. Yeah, no, he's our good friend, don't worry. But yeah. So learning driving again. But I remember learning to drive was taking so much time. I was not a very clever driver when I was when I was learning to drive. I don't know if I was if I was very strong at driving. I don't think so. Because I had my driving teacher, and when I started driving lesson, it was super stressful to me. I feel like I'm not very, I can seem calm, you know, but the thing is, when you're panicking and you don't show it, you keep keeping it inside, and then just at one time when you have if you are overwhelmed with panic it just explode. You know, I'm this kind of person. But the thing is, I'm very shy also, so it doesn't allow me to express myself that much. So anyway, I had a bunch of driving lessons. I didn't really enjoy these hours of driving. And it took some time, like about 50 hours of driving, so that they allow me to pass my driving test. It was hard. I have a license, but I'm scared to go out on the road. Yeah, there is also this issue. You're not very confident about driving outside? Is that what you mean? Because, you know, in some big cities, it's not very necessary to drive your car, because it's very well deserved. How can I say? You have a bunch of public transport that work very well, so you don't really need a car, and this is totally fine. And I kind of understand you, because there is some parts of France that I don't want to drive my car. For example, Paris. You can be sure that I won't ever drive in Paris at all. Because I would have such an anxiety of driving in the middle of the city. Like, do you know the very big roundabout, like this place around the Arc de Triomphe, the Triumph Arc, and this very big roundabout, it's so big that they have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 rows of cars just circling around this place, and I would get stuck inside. I wouldn't go at all inside. There is also so many cars circulating in Paris. It would be hell for me. If you count the cars and also the people that are walking in Paris, it would be too stressful for me. Like too much stress. I won't do that. I just take the transport at this point. Even though I know that the transportation is also very crowded, I think taking my car would be much more dangerous than taking the transport. So I don't know. Korea license test is so easy. Anyone can get a license. Really? That seems a bit dangerous if anyone can get the driving license. Do you know anyone that has failed this kind of driving license test? 상상만 해도 형기종이. Just thinking about it. 상상만. Just imagining make me dizzy. You're talking about the round of how do you call it? Paris rond-point. It's the rond-point de l'Étoile. Place Charles de Gaulle. Oh my god. Wait, let me just count the number of cars. Oh my god, this is so stressful. Can you see the cars on this picture? No, I can't. Oh no, but no, I can't. The fuck? Oh la la, no, this is giving me a panic attack just looking at it. Oh my god, just wait a minute, I'm going to show it to you on stream. Just wait a minute, let me just check for a better photo. This one, just checking. Okay. 잠깐만요. Let's just change the screen just to show. 회전교차로. Oh no. What? Wait a minute. Where is it? A revolving this is how you call it, a revolving intersection. Wait, let me just check. This is here, and we are going to change the screen here. And where am I? I'm here. Okay, I'm here. And where is it? Here? Oh no. Okay, here. Okay. Okay. This one. Can you see it, macarons? This is already giving me anxiety. Just looking at it. I was not exaggerating when it was about 4 to 5 rows. It's even worse than that. I think like it's about 5 rows around this this thing. That's a lot of card. That's too much for me. I think oh no, this is too anxious. I would be too anxious. Oh, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the super chat. 미트스핀 감사합니다. 많이 감사해요. Driver's lessons is good, but what's better is that it's not convenient even without a license. It's not convenient even without a license. Oh. What's better is that it's not convenient. Yeah, it's not inconvenient without a license. You can still have the public transportation that is working. Don't worry, I'm back. It's bigger than an imagine. Super nice super chat. Yeah, nice super chat. Thank you very much. What's better is that it's not inconvenient without a license. Ah, okay, now I get what you mean. Yeah, as long as you have very solid public transportation, you don't need your driving license. But maybe the driving license can be a huge good point when you are looking for a job. Sometimes they want you to have a driving license. Thank you for the donation. Thank you very much. 너무너무 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 미트스핀님. 네. 감사합니다. So let's go back to my previous screen. Here it should be better. Yeah, my bedroom. So now you saw what kind of road I won't go into at all. Never ever I would go inside this kind of place. This is too anxious. And I think it's even worse these days because there are more and more people living in Paris. So oh my god, I won't ever go inside. This is too too stressful. I won't go. Anga. But yeah, this place is very famous indeed. And would you like to drive inside this big intersection or not? Because I won't. I'm sorry for being a coward, but I won't drive inside this intersection. Never in my life. I don't know. No, even when I drive in some cities that are not Paris, I still feel anxious because there are still big cities, but I don't really like driving inside the street. I prefer to drive in the how can I call it? In countryside. It's not really countryside, but it's also not the city, you know. I like to drive in this kind of place because this is very calm. And when I go to drive in the cities, it's always the city street. It's always very full of emotion. It's like you do one trouble, you get at your arrival point, and you're like, oh my god, I feel so stressed, and I feel also very angry because I meet a lot of people that don't know how to drive or they drive and they don't pay attention. You know what is making me even angrier? It's to see people using their phones while they are driving. You can see this kind of people on the street, driving in the city streets, or even on how do you call it? Autoroute. Autoroute. In English. The autoroute. What is in English? The highway. Yeah, the highway. You see a bunch of people driving on the highway that are using their phone, and this is very annoying. Coucou, coucou. Bienvenue. Me neither. So no, everyone doesn't want to drive in Paris at this intersection. This is too much stress. So yeah, what annoys me the most is the people on the highway. They are looking at the phone, calling people, looking at the phone, watching a movie. And this is like, how did you get your driving license to drive like this? Did you use your phone during the driving license test or what? Fast lane, I think it was more of highway for autoroute. Merci des... Mais du coup c'était plutôt highway. Using phone when driving, so terrifying. Yeah, it's very threatening to think that you are driving next to people using their phone like that. I mean, except sometimes you have your phone fixed on your driving panel, so you have a phone support to see your GPS. Okay, sometimes you can just put your destination very quickly, or ask your passenger to put the destination, or you put it just before when you are stopped. When you don't move, you just put your destination and then you go. But no, it's too much. I see people there, they don't even have a phone holder. They just take their phone and type it with their phone in their hands, and they don't see the road. This is very infuriating me. If they aren't on autopilot, that will be so annoying. Even if autopilot is on, they should keep their eyes on the road. And oh my god, I 100 agree with you, really. This is... They don't even have autopilot. I see the kind of car they are driving. This is not the type of car you drive with an autopilot at all. I mean, the model is as old as mine, and I don't have autopilot on my car. Oh my god, I can't. I can't. This is very making me angry to see people using their phone like that. Even you're right. Even if the autopilot is on, you don't know what the car can be capable of. Like, the car can still stray away from the road. Like, you can't predict what a car can do without a driver at all. I would not be very confident in the abilities of my car alone. You know, I heard a story. No, I didn't hear the story. I saw on the news that it was talking about a woman that had her Tesla car controlled. Like, it was hacked by someone else. So the hacker could have access to the car, and it was changed to be the hacker's car, and she was changed to be not the owner of the car, but more like some how can I say, someone who is borrowing the car, except that she has all the paper because this is her car, she owns it, but because of the phone app, the hacker changed the property of the car to be their own. So when she tried to drive this Tesla car, the Tesla car can't go over 50 kilometers per hour. Instead of being very free of what she's doing, she can't, because the Tesla is controlled by another people that she doesn't know. And the thing is, I don't know how she can get her car back, but the answer Tesla has to get them is that she maybe did not all the updates for the Tesla. I don't know, technology is new technology are maybe evolving a lot, but sometimes it can be not in the right way because of people that are ill-intended. But I would be too scared to own a car that can be controlled by someone else just because it was hacked. I can't. I would not. People driving when they're drunk. Oh yeah, people driving when they're drunk. This is so stupid. I can't. This is... If it... would it be the same level? I think it's even worse than people on their phone, because... You know, maybe the people, I'm just imagining, but people on their phone, they didn't predict that they would answer a text or on the phone or whatever. But the people that are drunk and that still drive, it's even worse because they took the decision to go drive when they are drunk. I mean, it's, yeah, you're right, it's not like, it's not safe. It is totally irresponsible. Like, why would you drive when you're drunk? You took the own decision to drive when you're like this. It is totally not fine. Not fine at all. I find it even worse than the phone driving. Tesla is not that safe. Yeah, it's not that safe. I see there are more and more people using Tesla when I drive. But from what I've heard on the news, I feel like this is totally a no-go for me. I would not buy it. Maybe it's not just Tesla, it's also a very automatic car. You know, there was once I was driving my parents' car. The control board, you know, the control board that help you to see what kind of at what speed you are at, like 40 kilometers per hour, 60 kilometers per hour. You know, you have your control board is totally numerical. So when this control board doesn't work, you're totally damned. Like if the screen isn't showing at what speed you're driving, this is totally unsafe. And someday it happened to me, but I was not away from my house, so I just started the car and saw that the screen was totally blacked out. So I didn't decide to drive this car. It's very dangerous, you know, when you don't have a view of what speed you're at. When you are driving an old car, you can still see your speed because it's directed with arrows. Like the modulator, you see it like ding, going higher, lower, and then you can see at what speed you're driving. But with very recent cars, sometimes it's not possible to see your control board, your manual control board. I would say it's always showing on the screen, and when the screen is not working, how do you drive? I think this is a bit hectic. Electric ones, it's still questionable indeed. Yeah, it was more of a hybrid car. It's not 100% electric, but it is. You can recharge this kind of car. Hello RBC, welcome to the stream. Je vais faire du VTubing aussi quand j'aurai tout le matériel. Oh bah ouais, pourquoi pas. It's still questionable indeed, yeah. This is, I think maybe the car should have a backup control board, so that you can still see at what speed you're driving. And when the screen doesn't work, you still have a clue of, I don't know, your level of gasoline or your speed. I was a bit stressed when I saw that, and I was like, no, I don't drive that. So I'm very satisfied with my own car, which is very old, but still doing the work, you know. Hate, welcome. So, well, I like my car. It's not that big, but it's still good enough, I would say. But I think it was only this car that has this problem. My other parent has an electric car, but I don't remember if the control board is on the screen or not. I think it depends on the model of the car. Talking about driving, I somehow ended up on a company that works on autonomous driving. Really? Oh, that's so cool. I don't know how they did this kind of car. Autonomous driving, like from the start point to the arrival point, you just don't use your hand or your feet, and it's just driving from point A to point B. Is it what you mean? Autonomous driving. Oh la la. Because I know there is a car. I think it's my dad's car. Like, you drive on the highway, for example, and when you are too close to one line, it's just beeping. It's beeping, boop, 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 and trying to redirect your direction, how can I say, it's moving by itself to make you drive in the middle of your lane and not cross another lane. It's automatically moving towards the perfect lane, you know. How's the subway in there? Subway, where I'm living, I don't have a subway, but the close city that I'm living by, the subway, it's okay. It depends on the rush hours, because rush hours are almost the same as Paris. Very, very crowded, and you have to push to get into the subway, which is a bit dangerous. So I would prefer to wait for another to come. But yeah, it can be very crowded and hell as well. But this is very useful for daily travel, I would say. Renault 2002 is still, SM5 is still working. Really? 2002? That's a bit old. Which one is it? SM5. SM5. Oh my god. I don't even see this car traveling on the roads anymore. Yes, the goal is level 5 autonomous driving, human level, but don't know it would be that good. Autonomous driving, such as a human level, like it's stopping when there are people traveling the street, crossing the street, or maybe crossing the street, or I don't know. Yo le nain. Bonjour par là. Bonjour, bienvenue. Same age with me. Oh, really? You're 2002. Same age with me. You have the same age of your car as your car. Driving around the countryside might be excited. I love to feel it. You know, when I was doing my internship of last year, yeah, in 2023, I was driving in the region that has a lot of mountains, driving around this place to go to work and stuff, and it is so beautiful to travel. You can see the hills, the mountains. Sometimes they had snow on them. When the weather is very clear, it was very enjoyable to have a drive to work in these conditions. So yeah, this region was very pretty to visit, to work, to do work commuting on the road. Able to do anything an advanced human driver could do. Everything? Everything. Like, also looking for the dead angle. Like, if you have your mirrors, interior mirror and outside mirrors to check if there is anybody around you, and there is at some point a dead zone that you don't see at all, which is on the dead angle, and you really have to turn your head to see if there is a car or not, because it's not visible on the mirrors. And you mean that an autonomous car could check this kind of dead zone without the human need? Yeah, countryside and mountainous region are cool, but the only negative point about the driving in the mountains, it can be that sometimes the roads are not very well taken care of. Then it can be very damaged at some points, so you need to avoid one hole or two on the road. And yeah, sometimes the roads can be very old, so when you're driving around these roads, it can be a bit dangerous. You just have to be careful. How would it be when you imagine that drive through the plane? The plane? Drive through the plane. The plane? On the road? Yeah, on the road. Tokyo Drift dans les montagnes. Bah oui, ça peut arriver, hein. Mais bon, c'est pas très safe. Even more when it's snowing. You know, the mountainous roads are even more deadly and dangerous. You have to drive very slowly and even change your... Comment on dit pneu? Your... Wait. 잠깐만요. Pneu. English. Pneumatic. Tire. Yeah, you have to change your tire because you have summer tire and then winter tire that you can change to. Or even put some chains on your tire so that you have a better grip on the snow or the ice. Tire, pousse. Hein? Okay. So whatever. Driving, yeah, it can be a bit difficult. Yeah, even socket can work. The socket you have for the tires. The other type of tire for this period is, yeah, winter tire. What is there more to say? Anyway, we talked about the weather, we talked about the travel, we talked about the UK in particular, and then we have the alcohol conversation, and now it was the driving. What more do we have? Yeah, I took a kind of another new activity, which was bouldering, which is rock climbing but indoors climbing. I tried to practice it, but I had an injured ankle at the practice, so it was a bit of a shame. But recently I just got back to bouldering, so it was nice. Il voulait dire pneu. I mean to say driving through out plains or open field opposite. Opposite to mountain range in Korea, yeah. You meant the plains. Okay, the plains, like the road that don't have much curves. Yeah, much curves, or just very going high on a hill. Yeah, no hill, just plains. Okay, I see. Yeah, the plains are easy to drive actually, opposed to mountain range like Korea. Is there a lot of mountain roads in South Korea? I've never tried to take the car in South Korea. We just use the public transportation, such as train, bus, or yeah, train or bus or subway. So I'm not sure. I remember when we were on the train, we saw the more countryside landscape, there was a lot of crops and fields. It was interesting to see. I wanted to take a picture of it actually, so I just took my phone to take pictures. And the thing is, that I was pretty unlucky to take the pictures because we were traveling on a bridge, and on this bridge, it was hiding the landscape, so I couldn't really take a clear view of this landscape, and I was a bit sad of it. And what was more upsetting was that the window was a bit used, so I couldn't properly take picture of it. So I was a bit sad to not see the countryside of South Korea, and taking pictures. But instead we saw the city and the beach. If you drive your car in these curved zigzag roads around the mountains, it might be the good challenge. You know, I wouldn't imagine driving during winter in South Korea, because I remember those kind of snow blizzard that occurred recently in South Korea. And I'm just imagining, is it possible to drive when it's snowing like that? Or if you are stuck like driving in these mountain roads and you see out of sudden that it's snowing on the blizzards, how do you drive away from this dangerous place? Driving on plains is better than in the mountains because there are no ravens. Yeah, I mean, when you're driving on plains, but countryside plains, it is possible to have ravens. It is very much possible to have them, even though you try to avoid this kind of places. Korea has many mountains in eastern side. It's a very various type of mapping. On the same country, you have different kind of territories. Not territories, of landscape, voila. You have different kind of landscape in the same country. It also happens to be the case in France. Drifting on the plains is better. If you go off the road, you go in the field. But yeah, you can. Either way, it's not very good to have an accident because of driving. I mean, it's best if it's not in the ravens, but it's still not not a good idea to drift and then have an accident. That's what I would say. I promote safe driving. I am promoting the safe driving. To me, it's the best. Sunglass. But it's hard. You know, there is some situation that make me very stressed when I'm driving. It's when I'm driving in places that I'm not familiar with, so I don't really know. Nice Arabic accent. I don't have an Arabic accent. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah. So either way, I don't like to be very adventurous while driving. I just feel very safe when I'm driving the places that are familiar to me. I should be more adventurous and try to travel more by car, I mean. 하트. So yeah, what time is it? Oh, it's almost 5 p.m. I think I'm going to end the stream right now so that you will have time to get some steak macarons. So yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye. We talked about a bunch of subjects, so I hope you enjoyed this just chatting stream so far. Oh no, don't cry! It's okay, we will see each other again on my birthday stream, which will be next week on Thursday instead of Friday, because yeah, I will celebrate my birthday a bit early with you. 4 p.m. Bye bye. Bye bye. So don't worry, I will do my stream next week. So we enjoyed this stream. Thank you. That's good to hear. So this is my goodbye to you. And let's see each other next week. Yeah, on 25th of January. That's right. At the same time at around 1:30 p.m. And it will be a karaoke stream. So yeah, hoping to see you again there. And I also wish you a great day tomorrow and a good night for you who are in South Korea. Bye bye bye. So this is the end. I tell you good night. 오야스미 나사이. 잘 자요. Buenas noches. Bonne nuit. I'm afraid to be late, but it was a good time. Have a delightful day. Thank you very much. Have a delightful day too. Bye bye. Bye bye. À la prochaine. 맞다네. 맞다네. Hasta luego. 여러분들 또 만나요. 또 봐요. Bye bye.